What's poppin'? It's Shwa with Pop Cultured. I just got out of seeing Chris Stuckmann, fellow YouTuber's first movie ever, Shelby Oaks, and this is just my out of theater reaction. Chris, if you see this, which I think you actually might, since I don't know how many people are going to go run out and see this movie, I thought that your direction was awesome in this movie. One thing that I really liked was the use of the mockumentary, or like the documentary style, I guess I should say, mixed with the found footage, mixed with the traditional filmmaking. I thought that was a very interesting take that I haven't really seen too many directors do. It's usually one or the other. You pick one of those three, but mixing them all together, it seems seamless, like that we would be watching home videos and stuff, and that's where the home found footage would come from, and then they would be interviewing her about the disappearance. I thought that was very smart and a great storytelling device. Another thing that I thought was great from the direction was I thought the acting was actually pretty decent. A lot of times in these first-time director movies, you can tell that the actors are kind of cheap, and I think of like Paranormal Activity or even some of the spin-offs for like The Conjuring, where the acting is just not good. But I thought here that the acting, I believed pretty much all of it. I thought it was right around what you'd expect for a horror movie, so none of that really bothered me either. One scare, I forget what it was, but one scare scared the absolute crap out of me. Me and my brother jumped out of our seats, so I thought that was all great. I do have to talk about negatives. Unfortunately for me, I thought that the script was quite weak. I know you co-wrote it with another lady, but I just felt like I needed a little bit more there. I have a couple questions. Maybe you can answer them in the comments or a video someday or something. And I get that with these kind of occulty horror movies, you're going to have some stuff that isn't explained, but I just would have liked to know, like, were they having only girls and that's why they buried a bunch of babies, and like what was the point? Like, why did the entity want Mia? Was it to raise the baby rather than have Riley? Like, why did the entity want Mia specifically? Stuff like that. So another thing that bothered me story wise is normally in these types of movies, like, the cops don't get involved, and it's up to our main hero or main group of heroes to go investigate the scary prison or whatever. But in this film, they didn't even bother. She didn't even bother going to the cops and telling them, like, hey, look what I found, like, check it out. Because I mean, normally they ignore the protagonist and then they have to go and investigate, and that's kind of the justification for them, like, risking their butts. But in this, she just rushes out there, and she does explain that essentially that's what's going to happen if she does go to the cops. And even the husband's like, why are you withholding stuff from the cops? And she's like, because the cops don't care. And it's like, yeah, but also, like, what? Like, feels like you should at least try to tell somebody, I don't know, hire a paranormal investigator, or bring a priest with you, like, you clearly think there's some, like, weird serial killer demonic stuff going on, so it just seems like this is not how people would react to such things. Another thing on top of that, with the husband, bro, you said your girl was crazy. I get that. Go with her, okay? If she's leaving in the middle of the night to go to Ghost Town, abandoned Ohio, to visit the abandoned prison where she just told you, like, I get that you're not following all of the pieces with her, but, like, at the very least, like, I would slash my wife's tires before I would let her drive in the middle of the night to go see a prison. I don't care if my child's missing. I don't care if my father-in-law is missing. I don't care who's missing. We're not doing that. And if we do that and we get chased out by some scary demon dog, I'm not going somewhere else after that, which is what she does. So I thought that was kind of wild. But overall, I thought this movie was pretty decent, especially for a first directorial debut. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's a light 7. I want to give it a 6.5, but if I'm going off of pure enjoyment, I had a good time. And so I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. I look forward to whatever you are going to direct next, Chris. So anyways, have you seen Shelby Oaks? What did you guys think? If you liked it, let me know down below in the comments. And as always, peace be with you.